Hello everyone, here's day 2 of madness. I did not get anything done in the new craft room. This is the doorway, and I found a bunch of stuff that was in my other craft room yesterday. Threw it all in here. Here's the closet and the wall of boxes. There's 35 boxes in there. The chest where I cut things with my rotary cutter. I found shelves in the other parts of the house that used to go in here. I have 2 large shelves, these black ones. They destroyed this one. They took the back off of it, so it is really, really wobbly now. And I don't know if I can fix that, but I'm going to have to try. Here is the picture table. This is where I do most of my work, my videos. I work on this. I have a plastic mat that goes on top of it. I will take pictures of this now that it's dug out. I did that table in 2001, and I love this table. So I will take pictures of it and post it. And here is more stuff, more shelves. I had all of this in my other room, and of course here's the shelves that were destroyed. I'm going to have to take those out, well, the drawers. I'm going to have to take those out. I may be able to repair them. I'm not sure. Haven't taken the time yet. But all this stuff was in my other room, and it was, of course, much bigger. Not only did I have all of this stuff in the other room, but I also had this desk and this love seat and this hospital bed table. Those all were in my room before. So here's the challenge. How do I get, there's my quilt, how do I get, I'm not worried about this stuff because it's obviously not going to fit in there, but how do I get all the stuff that I had in my room organized so that I can actually do something in here? So here's the challenge for me. This is what I'm starting with. This is the before, and I am going to be working on this today, and hopefully tomorrow I will have some kind of working something so I can start doing videos again. So, wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Alright, so here we are at the doorway. 2 hours in. This is 2 hours later. Still have not touched any of the boxes on the back wall. I have gotten all the shelves and stuff from the center. I have one of the black shelves. This is a 6-foot tall shelf. Have that one over there. And I think I fixed as best I could the other one that they made really wobbly. It's not as stable as I'd like, but it will have to do. So I've got my tables, and this is not the table I had planned on using, but it was the right size. I had this one. This was my end table in my living room that I, had stuff on that I would work on when I was working in the living room. That I would put stuff on that table beside me, so I'd have a large area to put stuff. So that one is going to live in here now. And the computer chair, I've got the towel underneath. I always have this raggedy old towel underneath my chair where I work most of the time. I do drop stuff a lot, and so having a towel to get any acrylic paint or anything is really helpful for not having to pay for carpet at the end. So I always have a towel underneath that I wash often because it gets pretty dirty. And that's where the computer will be. I've got lights up. I've got curtain rods with my little, this is my webcam, and the other light. I might need a third light in the center, but that is my workstation right now. It's pretty close to what I had before. I did not have this second table here, so I'm hoping that this will be a larger area for me to work for videos and stuff like that this time. I had this rigged differently before, and this is a new curtain rod system, but it looks like it will work out okay as soon as I get stuff on the shelves and stuff. So here is the chest that I still haven't moved to underneath that window there. This is an antique chest of mine that I got in Spain, and they managed to scuff it up really, really good. They had actually put packing tape all over it, and I managed to get it off without too much of the finish coming off. So I'm not real happy about the movers. Here is the closet. I have put my black plastic drawers in there. Only one of these shelves fit on top. I need this to be on top like this because the drawers start not opening if it's sagging. So I have to have this on there to make sure that the drawers will work. So I've got some shelves in here, and here's some empty boxes that I moved, and I shouldn't have because I really don't need them. I moved priority boxes, some mailing boxes that I didn't use. I really don't need those either, but we're going to work with it. So I haven't unpacked any of the little bits yet. Those are some little shelves. I need to put the shelves in there. And so I will be filling that up with stuff. I still have the wall of boxes. That's the next thing, is opening boxes, setting up the workstation, and I still have that corner to put that into. And over here I have these shelves, and of course in my other room I had 18 milk crates full of books. I had them against one of the walls, and there will not be enough room for the milk crates. I will be bringing in my books. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that part yet. But this room does not have the books. It's also missing a bunch of books. None of these boxes have books in them. So that is 2 hours in, and I will update you in another couple of hours. Hello, next update. It's been a couple hours. I did have a little break for something to eat. I did kind of want to show how I pack and how I unpack so quickly, because I know I'm going to get questions for that. When I've got a ton of pens and pencils and that kind of stuff. I have a bunch of these. I really like these a lot. I pack up the whole thing. Wrap it up in paper, put it in a box. That way it's already set up. I pull it out of the box. It's all ready to be placed wherever I'm going to put it. I use a lot of these guys. I got these at a back-to-school sale last year and started using them. I love them a lot. This is my workstation, and what I have in all of these bins, I haven't set them all up yet, are things that I use a lot, constantly. And I will be setting that up. If I can see it and I can reach it during a stream, I will definitely use it. So I packed these bins with the things that are in each bin. So I can unload the box, have all this stuff in the bins, set up the bins, and set up the shelves the way I need them to be set up again. There's a bunch of pens and stuff in here. Same thing with my paint brushes. I like these little plastic sunflower seed things because they're not breakable. I have 2 or 3 of them. I leave my paintbrushes in there. I wrap them in paper, leave them just the way they are, and unwrap them, and they're ready to go. You guys know that I use a lot of the baskets for my images, and I did not unload those baskets. I just put them, you can kind of see them, right in there. I just loaded them in here in the box, padded it with some other stuff so that it wouldn't move around. But all these baskets are my, well, these are the big baskets. These are not the ones that I thought they were, but my other little baskets are packed in here somewhere the same way. I've got stuff in them, and I just moved them that way so that I wouldn't have to repack them and all that good stuff. It's just faster to throw them all in a box that way. So that's what I'm doing, is I am unloading these boxes. The wall is getting a little smaller, and that's how I'm doing it as quickly as I can, is I am packing up each individual thing with what goes in it, and as I unpack it, I will be setting up my workstation. So I just wanted to show that really quick. And the same thing with these little bins. These I keep a lot of little bits and pieces in. I packed them up that way. I left them that way. I put them in a box with the openings in against the wall of the box so that they wouldn't open up, and taped it shut, and now I don't have to find all this stuff. It's all in the bin where it belongs. Here's a bunch of more baskets. I did stack up these baskets just for strength because these aren't the best. There's my Delusions paint, and my Inca Gold are in this one. And in this one, I have got all my fingernail polish. I don't know if you can see it underneath the bling bling and the paper, but there's fingernail polish all in there. Tons of fingernail polish for projects. So I know that these bins will be filled with the fingernail polish and all that stuff. They're together, and it's easy to put them all back together and workable really fast. So more bins, just sorting things out. I want to get everything out of boxes. I'm putting them not necessarily where they belong at the moment, so that I can see what I've got. Here's where I'm going to put all my paper. I've got scrapbook paper here, drawing paper, sketchbook paper, watercolor paper, and my cardstock will all go, well, not all of it because I got too much, but a lot of it will go right in here. And I did use a lot of that to pad boxes like this. If I had room here on the side so that things wouldn't shift around, I would put pads of paper to make sure that everything was secure and not moving. So as I find that paper, I am putting it in that place right there. So I will give you another update in a couple of hours. Hello everyone. So here's my update. The wall of boxes is missing. It's gone. I have put all my paper in there, and all the stuff in the boxes is pretty much out where I can see everything. So, and here's all the boxes. 35 boxes. This one still has papers, loose images, all kinds of stuff in it. It's pretty large. I'm not sure exactly what to do with all that. That one also has images and things in it, and I don't know what to do with that yet, so I'm just going to contain them in those 2 boxes for now. Closet is pretty packed, got all kinds of stuff. There's 2 more paper boxes that are full of Well, the bottom one's full of pens and pencils that aren't even opened or anything yet. I have not organized stuff out of these drawers or anything like that. So that was the whole thing, is to get everything out of the boxes. I need to move this, and I'm going to put it in the corner, I think. I will have to rethink this. Right here in this area, I have a little table. It's not here right now, that I do use a lot for when I'm streaming. And it doesn't look like there's enough room for it. So I may have to switch these two tables around a little bit and tinker, figure it out. So I did pack these wooden chests, these little things, with blankets, and that was all I used for packing for these. These two are stamps. I have not taken the paper out of them yet, but they are my rubber stamps. And there's some stamps in some of those and some other stuff in those. But to save room and to save packing material, I do wrap that kind of thing in blankets. I use sheets and towels for things too, and that kind of stuff I have put in the linen closet. Here are my working baskets that I always have beside me when I'm streaming. I did not unload those. They are exactly how I left them, so I don't have to reload them. They are ready to go when I find a spot for them. So those are the baskets that I use a lot. I haven't done a lot with organizing this space yet because I wanted to see what else was in the boxes that I'm forgetting. And so that is everything out of the boxes. And there's the 51 calendars that I have no idea what in the world I'm going to do with. So my next step is get rid of these empty boxes, move that into the corner, and figure out this space so that I can stream and actually work and pick up all that paper. That paper should all fit on that shelf. It was there before, so I need to straighten it all out and get it all up in there. So that is the update. It is about 4:30. I had a painter come, had to paint the patio, so it's put me behind schedule a little bit. And I am going to take a break and have some dinner, and I am going to come back in a few hours. I still need to add all my books. I have jars with beads and buttons and doodads that are not yet in this room, and a couple pieces of furniture. I still have to fix that chest too. I might glue it, see if I can fix it up tonight. So that is the update. I started at 10 o'clock this morning and it is now 4:30, so 6.5 hours. I got through the wall of boxes, and hopefully I will be a little bit more situated before it gets dark tonight. I will update soon. Hello everyone. I am on day 2 of the craft room organization. I did spend about an hour and a half last night after dinner moving some stuff around that I thought would be better, and I spent some time gluing the chest together. I haven't checked yet to see, bye kitty, I haven't checked yet to see if it's actually going to hold, but it looks like it was old glue. The chest it's 30 years old, so I think the glue had just stopped working and the truck wiggled all the joints apart, and I think I did get it fixed so that I can get drawers in there. I will investigate that later. So I did move those shelves over there in the corner. just because I thought it was better use of that space, and I found some of my projects boxes that are in there, and I have rearranged just a little bit of stuff around and found a bunch of other stuff. This is bye other kitty. This is my workstation, and this is pretty much how it was set up in my last room. I have the desk that I work at with the cubbies in the back with things that I use a lot. And then on the side here I've got these bins where I've got handmade stamp stuff, brayers, tools, things like that that I can grab if I need to. And on those shelves right there, the top of it I use for the current project, bits and pieces, things that are drawing, that kind of thing. And the baskets underneath are my little bits. And the plastic bins underneath that are acrylic paint. I didn't have them in little bins like that before, but they were really dusty and stuff. The back ones were, and I thought little drawers, I had them, so I thought I would use them and try them out this time. So those weren't there before. And here is where I keep my computer, so that when I'm streaming I can get to the computer. So I have this over here, and I am thinking I'm going to put the chest of drawers right next to it and load that up. So the next couple of hours will be sorting stuff out, and there's my craft mat. It's going to go on the chest right here. So the next couple hours will be sorting stuff out, and then I will have to dig out all my books, all my jars of beads and buttons and bling bling, all that stuff that is not even in here. So this room is still without books, binders, and the bling bling, and my 2 cork boards are not even in here yet either. So that's the update. So I've spent about 8 hours in here, and I'm kind of curious how long it'll take me to get it all set up. So that's it for now, and I will come back in a couple hours. Hello, I'm back. So here's the update. It is about 11:30. So I think I started 9:30, 10. So another couple of hours. And I've got everything pretty much situated. I still have not unpacked my travel bag. Got all the stuff in there still. This box has images and stuff I'm not really sure what to do with quite yet. This brown thing has a bunch of magazine images that I took out and just put in there. And so they're not sorted out or anything yet. It's just packed, and it's quite heavy. It's probably 15 pounds. And that one is my printed out images and other kinds of things like that that I had that will stay in there. So the drawers went in all right. They are just a little askew on the bottom. They're kind of crooked, but it will work. And so that's where that's going to be. Up here are my cling stamps and sewing needles and thread. I haven't got anything in that one yet. Here's nail polish and bling bling for nail polish. This is foils and metallic papers and things like that. Here is paper or bobby pin bling bling stuffs, things to put together. This will be more bobby pin bling bling. and nitwits, joints, buttons, and that kind of stuff in there. This is my stamps, and I did take the papers out of those, so this is where I keep my stamps in these two drawers. All of them are stamps, so I can see them and get to them and all that good stuff. And these two are too big to put in my drawer, so they're just going to stay there. And I have not put anything on those two shelves. I'm going to have my journals and stuff there so I can grab them while I work. Some stuff. This is my ATCs. Bunch of stuff. And here's my postage stamp stuff. This is collage stuff. I haven't got a lot on this shelf yet. This will be where my collage books go, where I take pages and stuff from. Stamp pads. Here's my stencils, my homemade stencil stuffs, and my heat gun. I used to have this on the other side, so I'll have to get used to that. Here are crayons, watercolor crayons, the soluble, the gelatos, and the sticks, and all that kind of stuff that I use during streams. Delusions and Inca Golds. Some more water-soluble crayons, watercolors, stuff like that. Crayons, and that shelf is empty for stuff. So here's my workstation. Of course, that's where the computer will go. Here's my workstation. I've got it pretty much set up as I had it before. My baby wipes, pens, scissors. I can't find my ink dusters, but they go here. My good stamp pad goes here. I haven't found that yet. Punches, tools. Here's some dusters back here. Rollers, things like that. Things I don't use very much are up here. This is the spirograph that BM Lilith, Janice gave me. Here is my pin cushion and some thread so I can sew together signatures. These are the stamp pads that I use a lot, the Distress inks, and I got them all up here so I can grab them, and they have their little sponges with them. And credit cards, my spray bottles. I haven't found I have found, but they're in the wrong place. This is where my homemade stamps go, so I can grab them. Glues and the round circle stamp and the cloths that I use to wipe or rub into my collages and stuff as I'm working. And more stamp pads, stamps. I've got some letter stamps back there, the word stamps, some staplers. Here's sponges, tools, bottles, droppers, that kind of thing. Down here I've got some H2Os in a little basket. I've got much more of those. I keep an assortment here so that I can use them. I forget to, and I'm hoping that I'll remember that they're there this time and use more of them. And some watercolors right there that I want to use up. Down here are some more larger stamp pads, and I probably will put some more stamp pads that I want to use right in here instead of having them way over there. My mermaid markers that I haven't really had a chance to use. Here is some Wink Stellas that I haven't even opened yet. Some water brushes and some Crayola color brush things that I don't really like, so I'm going to use them up and get rid of them. So here's my mat on top of the picture table. And over here is Miss Kitty, who's decided that she loves this room. I usually keep the door closed so she doesn't get to come in here, and so she's all excited about being in here. Here are some collage bits that I need to go through. I haven't gone through any of that stuff yet. I need to sort stuff out. I kind of threw everything together to get it in boxes really fast. Here are my baskets. And down here are my acrylic paints, some more little bins to put images in for collaging, and my big stamp pad is down here where I can grab it really fast. So that is the workstation. Right next to it here are the drawers where I keep my drywall tape and little palettes and brayers and little bits of stuffs to stencil with or stamp with, or brushes, and here's my rollers and all that good stuff. And down here are the foam, some corks, and all these great, they're really hard cardboard receipt holder things. They're sticker holders that I'm going to be making some roller stamps with. So I'm looking forward to that. So over here, these guys will go right in there so I can grab them during streams. These are pieces of cardstock that I started collaging on that I will be making books out of, things like that. This is my painted paper bin where I just put all kinds of painted paper so that I can grab it while I am streaming. I have it stuffed ready to go. This one is the Fibs book leftovers, and I have plans for some of this stuff. I put it all together in here, and I will be starting a book and using stuff in that book. And this one is some odd things. I've had this forever. I've had this since I lived in England. It's a rubbing of Catherine of Aragon's tomb in Peterborough. Some other stuff. Some calendar pages and stuff. But I will have those scooched right over there so I can grab them during streams. Like that. Up here, and I'm not sure if I'm keeping this table or I'm going to replace it with this desk that I have out here, but here I have my little circle bits and stencils and all that stuff that I can grab. Brushes, lots of pens in these things. Here's more twinkling H2Os. And they should be easy to grab, but I never seem to grab them. So that is a space that I can put papers to dry and stuff like that. So up here we've got some bins with stuff in it. I think these are the face parts, Knit-Whip parts, and this is a bunch of stickers and all kinds of stuff. Up there I've got two, this is a great big, this is my pocket book project, all my little bits and pieces that I want to put in there. And all this is Fibs, is Happy Mail stuff. My jelly plate, some newspaper, and some other little bits for collage are in here. These are not going to stay here. I'm going to put binders and stuff up there, but it's a good place for now. Here are pens and pencils and markers. They are in a tote. If you ever saw Dee Dee Willingham went through her pens and markers, she's got like 3 or 4 totes like this. I thought it was a great idea to store stuff, to be able to get to it. I love it. So I went and got me a tote, and I've done it too. So that's what my tote looks like. If I want markers, I can come and find what I'm looking for. And then I've got another little tote here that's got extras in it, so I can take it to the living room if I want. This is the sock monkey that my grandmother made. My grandmother did not put ears on her sock monkeys. She did not like the looks of it, so there's no ears. Here's some more collage bits. Like I said, I need to go through these and find out what's in them and all that good stuff. Paper, lots of paper. I've organized this paper, scrapbook paper, cardstock, and padded paper, all in there. There's more cardstock here and other various kinds of paper there. So here's some bins. I decided that I'm not going to use them. I have 12 of them over there, and that's going to be plenty. So we're going to stick it with that. We're going to stick with that. So here's my chest with my rotary cutter, mat, and ruler. And that's where I walk around when I cut my cardstock or cut covers, you know, cardboard covers and stuff like that. I like to be able to walk around. I like to have it right in the light so I can see what I'm doing and be over it so I can hold it and not cut myself, all that good stuff. That's I wouldn't survive without this setup right here. I don't really like the paper right there. It's going to find a new home, not sure where. And I'm not sure where that is going either because there's really not any room for it. 51 calendars, and this is various projects that I have working. I need to go through these boxes because I did put stuff in there to fill out the boxes so that they would move properly. I think there's one in there that's empty. So I need to go through all of that just to separate the projects back out again. Here are my envelopes for the ABCs and for my scavenger hunt book. My other part of the scavenger hunt book is right down there with the pockets. Getting ready to do that. And here are various collage bits. This is words, I think, and numbers in one of these. And here's my ATCs. Some more bins I need to go through. I don't remember exactly what's in these. That shelf will be for beads, the jars of beads and buttons and all that kind of stuff. So I still am missing all my books, all my binders, all the beads and buttons and that kind of thing. In here, these drawers, the white ones here are all empty, so I have plenty of room to put stuff in there. This is all images that I need to sort out, and I don't remember exactly what's in that box. This one has stuff that I need to find homes for. Here are boxes that I'm going to make books out of. I've got the Cracker Jack box and the Girl Scout box and candy boxes and cereal boxes, all that want to be books. Here's my tissue paper and various envelopes and things like that. So, you know, wax paper and all that kind of stuff. Still need to sort things out. Here's glues and some, I need to move these over to my workstation so I use them, but glues, fixative and that kind of stuff, and tape and bottles and coffee for coloring and Kool-Aid for putting color on paper. Here are some pieces of card stock I will be using for pocketbooks. I've got 2 pocketbooks planned, and that's it. Here's my big spirograph, and here's my clamps for making books. Empty boxes. Here's my box of ribbon, my trays for painting papers and letting things dry, tub for all kinds of stuff. Stuffing. I've got pieces of wood in there for some dolls, some old lace bits to work with, sewing stuff in the first bin, and there's a bunch of fabric in the second bin. I do need to purge, get rid of stuff, so that's gonna be going out of there. So back in there I've got those boxes I really didn't need to bring, portfolios. This here is my quilts. I've got them all wrapped up. I showed those in a stream before I left, and those are handmade papers that I like to roll so that I don't have folds in my paper. I want to use that up as well. There's my sewing machine, and this is going to be, it's a fly swatter. I found it at the Dollar Tree. It is going to be a stencil. Look at those squares. Just need to cut off the handle and it will be that. So here are some larger stencils and doilies I just didn't have room for. I use all this stuff for stenciling and stuff like that. And this is the paper scorer. Here I've got napkins, paper punches. I found an inchy one right before I left, so there's all my paper punches. Here are the sprays. Here's my embossing bin, and here are things like fishing wine and that kind of thing for beads. And all of this are empty baskets and boxes and things, trays to use for when I pull images out for collaging and stuff like that. So all of these are empty, ready for new projects. I also have a bunch of these. I've got 4 of these that are empty that I don't think I'm going to be using. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might just get rid of them. So that is the tour of the whole room, pretty much. And so that little fat kitty does not need to be eating anymore. So here is the wall, the 30 milk crates full of books and binders and photos that I need to go through to find my craft books and binders and that kind of stuff. So that's going to take me a little while. I need to find, there's my cork boards. I got 2 of them. I don't think I've got room. And these pictures I had hanging in my room, and I don't know if they will make it. So here's all the boxes from my craft room. And there's some shelves that all the other books go on, and those aren't up yet either. So some more boxes. Here's all my paper that more boxes underneath there. So I am done with the kitchen pretty much, except that it's so small I can't find a cupboard for the crock pot. Don't know what I'm going to do there. And that is the desk I'm thinking about swapping out with that table in there. I haven't figured that out yet. So this is about 10 hours in for the craft room, and it's pretty workable for right now. So my next stage is books, binders, beads, buttons, jars of stuff, and getting that in here, and then working out getting the computer in here and getting going with the streams. I do plan on streaming this Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be trying to work in my new space. I'm going to get some projects out here, probably something really easy to work on. So I hope you guys join me. I may do another update with the books and binders and stuff, but 10 hours, I guess, you know, it's workable. So hope you enjoyed my madness here. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone. Just a quick walkthrough with, it's pretty much finished. I still have a little bit of tweaking to do. I did change some stuff around. I've got these shelves up here now with some projects in them and some bits and pieces. I've got words and numbers in these cigar boxes, like that, stuff like that. I thought that was more better. It was more better that way. It used the space a little bit better anyway. So I have all these empty containers baskets, boxes, and stuff for projects. You know, I like putting my images into baskets so I can find them and things. Here are my plastic drawers with bubble wrap, tissue paper, candy boxes, other miscellaneous stuff. And I did put some milk crates over here with some magazines that I didn't get a chance to go through, some blank books, some National Geographics I didn't get to go through, some sticker books and brochures and maps and that kind of stuff, and I am hoping to use up all of that stuff very shortly or soon. So I found my jars. So all the jars are here with buttons, beads, tickets, you know, all kinds of bling bling for stuff. Here's a whole jar of tickets. Isn't that cool? I like that. I might have to put that with my collections. So that's a lot of my beads. It's not all my beads, but it's the beads that I use for this kind of thing. And up here are little books. These books, the Book of Secrets, and these guys are going to be altered books. And the rest of these are I'm going to use for collage and that kind of thing. I've got my Japanese books there, some here, and just some book pages kind of stuff for that. Some more projects down here, some more books for collaging. I've got my Stampington and Company magazines and that kind of stuff down there. Calendars. And I didn't change a whole lot over here. I'm running out of battery, so this is pretty much the whole finished thing. Got the computer set up, did a test run for streaming is good, and so I will do a really good walkthrough with this later. And so this took me about 12 hours to set up from boxes and mess to what you see here now. So thanks for watching.